What's going on, guys? Renegade here. Out in the garage. It is rather late. It is rather muggy. What can you expect from close to the end of July? But I'm out here with the Heritage. Those of you who don't know, this is a 1981 Yamaha XS400 SH, which is a Heritage Special. I've been working on this bike now for several months. My last video, you might have seen that I took it out for its first test ride. Real test ride, finally being able to actually put it through its paces and see kind of, you know, what's wrong with it. Overall, pretty darn good. A little bit of adjustment on the carburetors need to be done. Yeah, realistically, that's kind of about it, which is actually really nice. So I just have a few little final touches that I need to do on this bike to really have it finished. I mean, there's a couple little touch-up things that need to be done, obviously, because, you know, things happen. Like, unfortunately, my wonderful gas... Yeah. This all. So I painted the tank and everything like that. I had it running, I took it out, I filled it up with gas. I didn't realize this was not sealing correctly. So when I took off, gas sloshed and ruined my paint job. Have no fear, I will repaint. It will be fine. It's actually not going to be that complicated to do. I just have to have the right weather to do it. And maybe a tank that's not full of gas. That would help too. If you don't know, if you have liquid inside of a container that you're painting, it will do really weird things to your finish. Had to adjust the speedometer programming, so that's all good now. And yeah, for the most part this bike's done, except for a few little touches. So, for those of you who may not have been with me for a couple of my builds, you might not know that I am a stickler for legality. And the reason isn't because of any great reason, honestly. It's more the fact that if there's a law and I'm in that, you know, maybe I'm not complying to it completely, many people might not do it. But I'll be the one to get nailed by the cops. So we always want things to be legal. Plus, if I go and I sell this bike, I want to make sure that everything is legal so that the next owner doesn't have an issue. That's just called good business. Well, one of the very common things to do, and I'm guilty of the same thing, is to actually take the reflectors off the front. Now, on these bikes, there would have been a big, goofy orange reflector right here, screwed into that spot. You can just see it right there. And it looks goofy. It looks stupid. And it looks so much cleaner not having it. But, Renegade, you might be asking yourself, if you don't want the big, goofy orange reflectors, what is the next thing you're going to do? Well, on a couple of bikes, I actually use a strip of reflective tape. Notably, on the Suzuki Intruder, I actually cut out the Suzuki S out of a white reflective tape, and I put it on the front forks. On my XJ600, I actually have a red band that goes all the way across and around the top of the front fork, or the lower stanchion. It's reflective. That's what they want. It is indeed a reflector. Luckily, in the state of New Jersey, there is no law, at least as of I'm recording this, there is no law stating what color the reflector has to be. There are colors requiring what color lights you have, yes, but nothing about what color reflectors you have to have. So, if I'm riding the XJ600 and I have a red band of reflective tape, it is reflective, counts as a reflector, nothing saying it can't be red. Win. Now, I still have the stock red reflectors on the side back here. That's because they're built into the thing, into the rear shock housing. This nice little bit of trim piece. I'm just too lazy to take them all off. But up front, what are we going to do? Design-wise, a band would look kind of goofy. And I'm certainly not going to sit here and cut out the Yamaha forks to put it down there. That'd be a pain. So, we hop on the old internet. So I went on the old internet and I found these. These are black, glossy, reflective Yamaha. Very old school in design, much like the decal that I put on the gas tank. Keeping that kind of retro, timeless look. What's going to happen is I'm going to put one of these on either fork. So there's my reflectors right here. And that will mean we'll be legal. So let's get these on here, and that'll be one last thing off my checklist. It's very subtle. Very, very subtle. You can just barely make out that it's there. But when light hits, it does reflect. Now folks, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. That, not super reflective. No, it's not as reflective as the big light bar, or the big weird ones would be. I admit this. But it is reflective. If you're really worried about being super reflective, not the best option. But it does work. So I'll count it as a win. In keeping with being legal, small issue with the way I designed the back end of the bike. Like, it does look very good, it looks very sleek. I dig it. But the problem is, legally, this needs to be illuminated by some sort of light. And unfortunately, that's just not enough light. It's barely lit up. I mean, it is, but barely. I don't know whether or not a cop would think that's enough. See, that's barely lit up. Like, realistically, if I put my license plate there, you can't really see what it says. So we're gonna fix it. And in order to do that, again, I went to the old internet and I found these. These are very small LED license plate bolts. So these are going to actually thread through my license plate. You know, wire first, through, then I'll go back over the wire, and this is actually what's going to hold my license plate on. And I'm going to wire them up to the original lights for the license plate for the Yamaha. It's going to illuminate the plate. So once again, I'll be legal. I wanted to go with something that was little, something that was not super big. I did see a couple license plate mounts that had a big LED bar on it that would have worked, but honestly it would have also looked really goofy. And I didn't want to look goofy, I wanted to look sleek, streamlined. From the side, sure, you're going to see these weird little nubs sticking on the license plate. From the back side, it's really not going to be that noticeable. I think just overall in general, not going to be that noticeable. So it keeps with the idea of keeping it sleek, streamlined, and be all good. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to, because I think I made mention of this in my previous video where I did the tail light. I hate the look of wires sticking out, running on the top of fenders and such like that. I just think it looks unprofessional, unfinished. So what I'm going to do, if you look down in here, I'm going to drill a hole through the fender. Oh yeah. And I'm going to run the wires through that, run it up along the underside with the other wires, and up into here where they're going to plug in. Again, it's all about keeping it sleek, making it look good, making it function, making it look like a finished product. So, no one wants to watch me drill a hole. Let me do that real fast. Alright folks, obviously it's the next day. It's light out. I actually just took the bike out for a quick test drive, make sure everything was doing as it should, and well, I got caught in the rain. I don't know if you can see it raining right now, but it's raining. You can see the raindrops bouncing off the hood of the car. Gotta love when that happens, so I'm a little on the wet side. But there are the lights mounted, all wired in. Things good. You can see they're all lit up. They light up the license plate itself. And of course I kept the reflector bolts because it's good to always have a little extra. I'm never 100% sure about New Jersey law if I need reflectors on the back, like the actual tail of the motorcycle, if they're also on the side of the back. Do we do have those? I'm not sure. But, well, now she's wet, but obviously, as I said before, I gotta fix the gas tank. Messed up the finish. Not a big deal. Beyond that, this bike is pretty much done. Besides the, wow, my arm is really wet. You can tell I was wearing a vest. Besides the paint touch-up, there's really only one thing left to do with this bike. Decal on it, right? What do you guys think, huh? I'm really proud of the work that I did on this bike. I think it came out really well. You know, it's nothing super fancy, but it's not a super fancy motorcycle. This is a great bike for bopping around town, blasting down to work if you have to go to work, you know. What's great is I've done it a couple times. I've actually gotten up in the morning, hopped on this bike, ridden down to work, finished my shift, and then go out riding and just blast around. Take some twisty roads, and just have a lot of fun with it. And this bike really does it perfectly. I think I kept the classic timeless look down pretty well. You know, it's got that retro feel, but it doesn't feel or look like an old motorcycle. Runs great. Rides great. The other thing I would think I might do is maybe I'll get some new sprockets and change the gearing. This bike is actually geared kinda on the higher side. It's got a 37 tooth rear sprocket, which means it's got a lot of torque to it, but not a whole lot of top end. Maybe I'll change that before I go and sell it. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. If you guys like this video, if you're looking forward to seeing more videos, more builds that I'm planning on doing, because of course I'm going to do more builds, why wouldn't I? Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. And yeah. I'll probably do another video with this bike, just an overall video about it. Yeah. And then we'll move on to the next build. And yes, I have a couple ideas for the next build, because of course I do. Stay tuned so you guys get to see what that's going to be. Until next time, y'all keep rockin' and rollin'. I'm keep taking business. stops raining, I might take the bike out for a ride. See that?